Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis.
Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Cousins looking to put it up right away.
That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson,
53 yards.
And the Vikings need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And they're going to get 2 more. He's got it. So that didn't take long. Quickly 8-zip.
They wasted no time showing how aggressive they're going to be in this game. They get the quick score, and then they go for 2, CD.
Surf's up, partner. And when surf's up, you ride the wave. They felt great about that quick drive. Put in the end zone. Why not go for 2? They felt comfortable with the play call that they had.
And the home crowd loves it. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And this intercepted on the first play of the game.
Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Following the interception, Cousins.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
2nd and 5.
Throwing, Cousins.
Akers back-to-back catches. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. A give up the middle to Akers.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Akers again.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Cam Akers.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that way.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. On the return, here's Tyler Scott. And he returns this to the 22. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Rolling to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Off play action, Fields. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields under pressure, and they got to him again. Marcus Davenport in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Fields. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now. It's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all my viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
On the give, this is Akers. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, Cousins under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Second and 20. Cousins to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Chandler. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Here's Cousins. They'll find Osborne here. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now Cousins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th, and the Bears will get the football back. Here we go, son. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now a 2nd and 10. Herbert powering up the middle.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Now 3rd down and 7. One play action. Fields.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
They snap it to Fields. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. But Kai Blackman's got it.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Inside the 20.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
Cousins will try and throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Fields work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Fields to commit there for a Chicago first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now a first down throw. Fields. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now a pass hauled in downfield. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 40 yards. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Herbert is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Here's Fields. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Now it's Fields. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Touchdown, Bears! Equanimous St. Brown as the first half is winding down. And the Bears are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The Bears offense staying put, and Justin Fields always a threat to run. They'll go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Play action. It's Fields. Open man is Connect, the tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go again with Herbert. And he'll go down at the 28.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the option right is Fields. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bears are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Meanwhile, Cousins, and the throw here caught by Addison. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Pass caught here by Osborne. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Stopped on the play by Kyler Gordon. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Cousins now. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down. Cousins. He gets it to Addison. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Throwing, Cousins. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From the red zone now, Cousins. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
To throw, Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Cam Akers, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. To throw is Fields. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Cameron Bynum. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. They have pressure coming, and they got him once again. multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Third and long. It's Fields.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked by Cameron Bynum.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So the Vikings bringing the offense back onto the field. They'll go for 2 here. Following the interception, Cousins. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Scott on the return out of the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by a...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
They'll let this go deep for St. Brown.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Eluding the pressure right.
That's complete to his running back, Herbert.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
3rd and 2, Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
To the air again, Fields.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Now Fields. They'll set up the screen to Herbert.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll run with Herbert. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Off play action, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But This will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, tight. And this will be caught at the 30. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Now, once again, the Vikings are going to go for 2 here. Cousins will try and throw. That's caught at the 1. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Jordan Hicks coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides.